So it turns out Kanye's wife, Bianca Censori, might not be who she claimed to be. New info has come out that's painting her in a pretty rough light. Bianca and Kanye have been married for about 2 years now, and there have been lots of claims that Kanye's been treating her badly with his weird public humiliation stuff. But guess what? It's not just Kanye doing the bad stuff. Apparently, Bianca might actually be the one calling the shots. Recently, some juicy details came out suggesting that Bianca has been working for some big players in Hollywood as Kanye's handler. Even crazier, there are now rumors that she's trying to put Kanye under a conservatorship to take all his money. It's wild to think Bianca's been pulling the wool over everyone's eyes for so long, especially since fans have been all about supporting her and criticizing Kanye for his antics. There were so many cries for help because Bianca's situation with Kanye seemed sketchy from the start. He vanished from the spotlight after nearly getting canceled, and then suddenly he shows up with a new wife, Bianca Censori. What's even crazier is that Kanye didn't even announce the wedding, no big reveal or anything. We only found out because he was wearing a ring, and some insiders confirmed they'd secretly tied the knot. The whole thing was so hush-hush that even Bianca's own family and Kanye's ex, Kim Kardashian, didn't know until they saw it on social media. Kim was so shocked, she started throwing shade at Kanye on Instagram stories, showing she had no clue about the marriage either. The wild part is that the Kardashians had a feeling something was off with Bianca from the start, but everyone just thought they were bitter because Kanye had moved on. But then, things got even crazier a few weeks ago when Kanye got sued by his former assistant, Lauren Picciota. She says Kanye was really inappropriate with her while she worked for him. Lauren claimed Kanye hired her initially to help with his Yeezy fashion line and then made her his assistant. But things took a turn when Kanye started acting out, especially when he asked her to delete her OnlyFans account. Lauren was mainly supporting herself through OnlyFans in 2021 when she met Kanye. He hired her to work on his Yeezy women's fashion line, and they even worked together on a few tracks for his Donda album. Even though Lauren didn't get any formal credits on the album, Kanye later brought her on as his personal assistant with a $1 million salary as long as she was available 24/7. She agreed to the deal, but things got worse when Kanye started sending her inappropriate texts and explicit videos after she closed her OnlyFans account. So, you can imagine our shock when we found out Bianca might have been pulling the strings behind the scenes all along. It turns out she's not the innocent person we thought she was. She's more like a villain in this story. Looks like Kim and the Kardashians might deserve an apology from us because they were trying to warn us about Bianca from the get-go. Kim was clear that she didn't want her daughter North getting too close to Bianca because she didn't trust her. North seemed to really like Bianca, though. They were often seen holding hands and hugging. An insider revealed that North thought Bianca was awesome, which made Kim pretty upset. Kim felt Bianca was getting too close to North and was definitely jealous of the new woman in Kanye's life. With co-parenting already being a mess with Kanye, this was just another headache. We initially thought Kim was just a bitter ex trying to use North to get at Kanye, but then we started seeing reports about how unhealthy Kanye and Bianca's marriage was, and Bianca began to look like a victim. One of Bianca's longtime friends even told journalists that Bianca is stuck and her friends are trying to help her, but Kanye set up barriers around her. Everyone's worried because this isn't the Bianca they know. She's usually outspoken and lively, but she's had to get Kanye's approval before she could speak publicly. This explains why she's been so quiet and hesitant to talk.
Hi, I like your hair.
Oh, you do? I literally just dyed it again.
This is where we got to see the human side of Bianca. Comments agree too. This guy just single-handedly humanized this girl. She always felt like some robot that hangs out with Ye. She looked so sweet in that video, and fans were all feeling sorry for her, thinking she was being forced into a role and acting out of character. But things took a wild turn when news sources dropped some serious tea about Kanye being super controlling. Apparently, the situation is even more of a mess than we thought. According to these sources, Kanye has a strict set of rules for Bianca, including not letting her speak freely and dictating what she wears. This totally explains her strange and concerning outfits, but it gets worse. Another source claimed Kanye didn't just control her wardrobe, he controlled where she went, what she ate, and even made her work out. Even though Kanye himself doesn't work out, he's apparently convinced Bianca that they're like royalty, and she's lost all independence. Rumor has it her family and friends tried to stage an intervention, but it was a disaster. Bianca thought her friends were just jealous of her celebrity husband and her new last name, so she wasn't interested in their help or concerns. This drama had fans even more worried about Bianca, but then headlines started shifting, suggesting Bianca might actually be taking control of Kanye's life. One source said Bianca runs Kanye's daily schedule and handles all his business affairs. At first, this seemed odd because Bianca isn't known to be a businesswoman and only worked as an architect for Yeezy, which seemed like a cover story for how she met Kanye. The idea of her managing Kanye's business without any experience seemed sketchy. And now it's even crazier because it turns out Bianca's sweet, innocent image might be a complete act. She allegedly comes from one of the most notorious mob families in Australia. Yeah, so according to the reports, Bianca's dad, Leo Censori, did some serious time. He got busted back in 1982 for having illegal stuff and was sentenced to 5 years, with at least 3 to be served. Her uncle, Bianca Censori, is a notorious gang member who was even called Melbourne's Al Capone. He got a hefty sentence in Western Australia, but it was later changed to life in prison. And her oldest brother, Edmondo, aka Eddie Capone, has a rap sheet in Victoria for violence, including assault, theft, and threats. Being compared to Al Capone, one of the most infamous criminals ever, is pretty wild. So yeah, this whole situation is seriously messed up. Bianca's family has a shady past with illegal gambling and who knows what else. And don't be fooled, Bianca wasn't clueless about it. She grew up in a $2.8 million mansion, so she knew exactly what was going on. Her innocent act? Just that, an act. But it gets even crazier. It looks like Bianca's already making moves with Kanye. Word on the street is that she just got power of attorney over him. For those who don't know, power of attorney is a legal document that lets someone make decisions on behalf of another person, whether it's about medical care, finances, or property. It usually kicks in if the person is sick, disabled, or otherwise unable to handle their own affairs. So why would Bianca need power of attorney over Kanye if he's not sick or disabled? Kanye built Yeezy into a billion-dollar company, so why would he hand everything over to her? Reports say that with all the negative press, Kanye might need a career revamp, and it looks like Bianca is going to be the one to handle it. Allegedly, documents show she was given special power of attorney over one of his properties back in March. Special power of attorney is more limited, covering only specific situations. Bianca is reportedly in control of his Hidden Hills house, the one Kanye bought right across from Kim Kardashian. There's also talk that Bianca is planning to take over Kanye's business, so this could just be the beginning. It seems like Bianca's got her hands on everything Kanye owns. His homes, business, bank accounts, you name it. It's starting to feel like the whole Britney Spears conservatorship situation, especially with all the rumors about Kanye being unstable. We wouldn't be shocked if whispers about a conservatorship start popping up soon. And speaking of Kanye and Bianca's wedding, there are new reports that Bianca was allegedly assigned as Kanye's handler during his mysterious disappearance. This could explain the quickie marriage and Bianca's odd role as Yeezy's architect before Kanye vanished. Before his disappearance, Kanye had clashed with some major industry players, which might have set the stage for all this drama. We didn't think much of it at first until Kanye went MIA. Then suddenly he's back and married to this mystery woman, and no one in his circle even knew about it. Super sketchy. Next thing we know, he's handed over power of attorney to her, including his pre-Yeezy brand, even though he'd said he wanted to protect that brand for his kids so they wouldn't get pushed around. But then he just gives everything to Bianca. Now, with what we know, things are starting to make more sense. Remember the rumors about Kanye wanting to start an adult movie production company? That was really strange, especially since Kanye had publicly said adult movies ruined his life. Why would he start a company making them? Reports say Bianca freaked out about Kanye's plans because she thought he was going to force her to star in them. An insider claimed she was understandably stressed, especially since Kanye had been stringing her along and dressing her up like a character from some bizarre fashion show. Bianca probably thought playing along with Kanye's weird ideas would make her a star. It turns out she even started sharing links to adult content, despite knowing some underage employees might see it. Reports say the videos Bianca shared, while she's been married to Kanye since 2022, were accessible to underage Yeezy staff without any safeguards to block them from seeing or being forced to view inappropriate content. There's also a claim that Bianca sent one employee a link to explicit material, which was supposedly for a project Kanye announced earlier in 2024. It's looking like Bianca might be the real mastermind behind this whole mess. With her having power of attorney over everything, it seems she's controlling and manipulating Kanye on behalf of some powerful people. Fans are skeptical and are commenting about how no one figured out Bianca was actually his handler. Remember when Kanye was sharing too much and then disappeared for a bit? Suddenly, he's married to this woman who was hidden in plain sight, all while making it seem like she's the victim. Kim was his first handler but couldn't control him. And now Bianca's playing the role of being controlled while actually pulling the strings, letting Kanye dress her up to keep him calm. This whole situation with Bianca is really nuts. Do you think she's the one controlling Kanye, or is it the other way around? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.